When Mom was a kid, she always requested a banana cake for her birthday. Well, it's almost her birthday, and I'm not exactly the best baker. So she's going to make her own cake. So now Mom's going to make us a delicious banana cake.
Well, I guess I'm going to have to make my own cake. So we're going to start out with 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour. And to that I am going to add 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And I'm just going to turn that on low and mix that a little bit. I'm now going to add my sugar, which is 1 1/2 cups. And I have mashed 3 very ripe bananas. This will probably be around 1.5 cups, maybe 1 3/4 cups. One-half cup of shortening, and this is hard shortening. People used to use lard. It's hard to find lard anymore. And 3/4 cups of buttermilk. Now, if you don't have buttermilk, you can take 3/4 cup of whole milk and add 1 teaspoon of vinegar or lemon juice. Let it sit for about 5 minutes. You've got buttermilk. Oh. Now I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And 2 large eggs. You do not have to overmix this, just long enough to get all of your flour and your wet ingredients incorporated. Get your bananas in there. You can see how lumpy it looks. I have prepared 2 9-inch pans. Now you can use a 9x13 if you want to. You just don't have to make as much icing if you do that. But I'm going to make a double layer because that's what I wanted when I was a kid. And I'm going to try to divide this as evenly as I can. I have floured and greased the bottom and the sides of each of these pans. And I'm going to put it into a 350-degree oven for 25 to 30 minutes. Okay, it has been 30 minutes, and we're going to take these out. And if you press about 2/3, about an inch away from the end, and it kind of bounces back, you know your cake is done. We're going to let it sit here in the cake pan itself for about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, flip them out onto your and that's what happens when you don't get enough oil and flour in there. Well, we've got one good one. Put the poor one on the bottom. And we're going to let these set until they're completely cool. Okay, I'm going to make my cream cheese icing now to put on my banana cake. I have, at room temperature, we have 1 8-ounce package of cream cheese and 1 full stick of butter. And I'm going to blend them together. Okay, that is fairly mixed together. To that, I'm going to add 2 teaspoonfuls of pure vanilla. It sounds like a lot, but it really gives it the flavor that you need. And we're going to work in 2 cups of powdered sugar. Now let me tell you, anytime you put powdered sugar in dry, you are going to have a mess. So I've got a deep bowl on low. Okay, we have mixed in the 2 cups of powdered sugar. And if you want a really nice, creamy, easy spread, we're going to add about 2.5 to 3 tablespoonfuls of whipping cream. I love whipping cream. I can work it into just about anything. And then we're going to add about 2 more cupfuls of powdered sugar. Okay, you can see how thick that is. I believe I'm going to add just a little bit more whipping cream. 1 more tablespoon. And that looks about right. Michael's already got one in hand.
The perks of being a cameraman.
Okay, we're going to transfer our cake to our cake plate. Now, if you did like I did and ended up with a little less than perfect on the bottom, just turn that over, put that on the bottom, center it. No one's ever going to know. Put just about 1/3 of your icing on the bottom. And I've found that it's easier if you spread from the center out. Okay, we have the one coated, and we're going to place that one on the top. Kind of center it, make sure you've got those in there. And now we're going to put 1/3 of the icing on the top. 1/3 will go around the sides. And there you have it. My banana cake with cream cheese icing. Happy birthday to me.
And there's your birthday candle.